Okay, so this is my video on carpal tunnel. Today my assistant is Patrick. So what I'm going to start on is just talking about the muscles on the palm side of the arm, the forearm, and those are going to be your flexors. They're the brachyradialis, the pronator teres, the flexor carpi radialis, the palmaris longus, and the flexor digitorum superficialis, and the flexor carpi ulnaris. So your ulnaris is on your pinky side, and your radialis is on your thumb side, and then the palmaris longus is actually a very long muscle that runs right up through the middle of your forearm. It's actually the only muscle that does not run through the carpal tunnel. It's on the exterior of the carpal tunnel. So what I'm going to start with today is just warming up the muscles. So I'm going to get some oil and just start warming up with some effleurage, going towards the heart. And I'm going to do some skin rolling, and this is going to loosen up the fascia on the forearm. Is that pressure okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Patrick's arm upright, and I'm going to clamp on either side of his wrists, and I'm going to slowly work down towards the elbow, just little by little, moving down. Just working all those muscles and tendons in the forearm. Next, what I'm going to have Patrick do is I'm going to have him flex his arm downward, and then as I'm moving and working down his arm, I'm going to have him extend and then flex his arm back and forth and open up his palm when he brings it back. So he's going to flex forward and open his palm when he brings it back. So go ahead and then up. Does that feel okay? Mm-hmm. And that's stretching the muscles. One more time. And then one thing that you can do if you want to kind of see if you're client has, you know, issues with their carpal tunnel is to have them tuck their thumb, make a fist, and move their wrist from side to side. Does that hurt at all? No. So it doesn't sound like he has any issues with carpal tunnel. So next, I'm going to work with each muscle from the hand to the elbow, and I'm going to work towards the heart. The reason we want to work towards the heart is because there are valves in the arms and all the extremities actually. There are valves that can be damaged, so we always want to work towards the heart. So what I'm going to do is just kind of do some pressure from the wrist all the way up to the elbow. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Stacking my thumbs. So it looks like he has some pain there in his brachioradialis, which is pretty common. There are trigger points there, so I'm just kind of going to work with that area, see if we can release some of that. It's pretty common. He works a lot on the computer, so he's on his phone pretty frequently, so those are all indications. So on the hair side of the arm, we have different muscles that I'm working with, and that's actually your carpi ulnaris, which is on your ulnar side, which is your pinky side, and then your digitorum, and your carpi radialis brevis, and your carpi radialis longus, which are on your radial side. So I've been kind of working with those as well. So I'm just gonna use my knuckles and is that painful?
Not bad.
Okay. Now I'm just going to work with his hands a bit. I'm going to go ahead and work in between his metacarpals here. I'm going to work here with his pollice. I'm going to massage his pega point here in between the thumb. I'm going to do some ringing here. Okay, next I'm going to do some massaging here on the wrist. Some cross friction. Kind of get in deep to that carpal tunnel there. I'm going to do some knuckles in the palm here. Stretch the palm. Okay, and that was my quick video on carpal tunnel.